What's up, everyone? Nose for Silver here, and today we're talking about the strangest silver I've collected over the years, so stay tuned.
Well, maybe not so strange.
Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Thank you so much for being here today, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm a new channel here. We just broke 1,000 subscribers, and we're trying to grow every day. So if you like silver stacking or even gold stacking, go ahead and join the community. But let's talk about the strange silver that I've collected over the years. Some of it might not seem too strange, but other things are a little bit out there. Let's get started right over here. You know, I'm from the Southeast, and one of the big things we have going on here is Mardi Gras. So I came across these at an auction. They are vintage Mardi Gras doubloons that are actually made of 999 silver. This one's from 1980. I mean, that looks pretty sharp. In the back of it, you can see the crew name. Let's see if we can, and then that it's from Waveland, Mississippi. So, you know, not the capital of Mardi Gras, but quite cool still. It'd be even cooler if they were throwing these things off the floats. But I was able to score one at an auction for a pretty dang good price, and I just thought it'd be a fun piece of silver to add to the collection. And in alignment with that, I have another one from 1974. That's what that looks like. Again, the theme of the parade is obviously the theme of the coin. Oops. And this one as well is from Waveland, Mississippi. So someone must have been offloading their Mardi Gras memorabilia at that auction, but I was glad to scoop some of it up. A few other coins that I find a little odd and weird that are, well, this one's a little more modern. This is a David Bowie collector coin that was issued after his death, and it is 2 pounds. That's the denomination of this. You can see right here the reverse of it. Again, another one that was just super cheap on an auction that I just thought I would scoop up. But, you know, I'm not really into pop culture coins very much, but I thought the David Bowie one was cool. And again, now what I am into, this you could consider pop culture, but this is super rare, and I just find it so fun and ironic compared to the times. It is, you know, what does it say? Video Promotions LTD. And they must have been celebrating, you know, the long run of the business. And I'm sure that the business did not go on for much longer. Or maybe they were, it looks like this is celebrating 10 years of video. I wonder if they made it to 20 years. But either way, you know, this is one of the types of coins that I just find ironic. And, you know, it's a testament to history. And that's kind of why I like it. Now, I do have some bars here. This one has a popular cult following. It's Crown Mint Beauties, with only 5,000 of each of these manufactured. They have one for each month of the year. I do have the complete set. Scored this again for a super affordable price. And you can see these selling in closed auctions for like, or ended auctions for around $150 to $200 a piece. So there now is a super premium on these coins, which, you know, is interesting. Again, to that same tune, the Franklin Mint made a series of coins that acknowledged and honored all these large banks in urban areas. This one's for Mobile, Alabama. But the most fun ones I have, you know, are like from Vintage Bank of America from California and a few other well-known banks like that. And I just find it timely and funny that, you know, silver and gold are coming back in style. And now all these banks, I'm sure, are buying it up like the central bank. But Who knows? Time will tell on that. I do also collect hand-poured bullion. I mean, this is probably the strangest hand-poured bullion that I have. Right here. Fancy little skull. And hand-poured bullion, you know, it doesn't necessarily hold much of a value or premium, but this is 10 ounces of silver, and it's a fun way to collect it, in my opinion, you know, every now and again. But it's one of the odder pieces in my silver stack. And with that, this one's a little less odd, but same in the tune that it was hand-poured. This is probably about 3 ounces right there of hand-poured silver bullion. And, you know, those are the kind of fun things that add a little weight to the stack. Might be a challenge to resell, but are fun to have. And I've showed you this one before, but this is honestly the strangest piece that I've actually paid too much money for, and it's the World Tarot card. Now, it's limited to 2,000, you know, it's a beautiful 1 ounce bar, but, you know, aside from that, it's super niche. And I would say slightly strange to have in a silver stacking collection, but I found it fun, and that's why I got it. And the last example I have of a strange piece is something that I don't know if you guys consider strange or not, but I do collect tarnished pieces. So you can see this piece has like a rainbow effect on it, and it has a cool shape that is going on with the tarnish. And I just thought, you know, I love Libertads. I like unique tarnishes on a coin. You can see there a lot more of the rainbow flare going on in the bottom corner there. So it's a stranger coin to collect because usually people want, you know, perfect coins. But if a coin has a unique, you know, what I like to call fingerprint like this, it can be valuable and hold some premiums too. And honestly, it's just that it's like it's a very rare coin in the fact that no other Libertad is going to have that exact same tarnish. So that's why I have it. But it is a little strange to have in the collection. Now, I know that this collection is not nearly as strange as some of the collections out there. People have silver bullets a lot of times, you know. There's a lot of hand-poured pieces as well that people collect. And, you know, there's also some really weird shaped coins like that have square edges. So I don't have any of those, but I'm always open to finding new things that I enjoy. And these I'm just sharing with you today because for me in my collection, they're some of the more unique and I would say interesting pieces, or you could say weird. But let me know what you think about this selection of coins. Is it really that weird, or do you have some weirder coins in your collection, or bars or bullion, whatever? Let me know in those comments. Again, guys, I'm Nose for Silver, sharing a little bit with you today about my own personal collection, and I'd love to hear your feedback and what you got in yours. So I'll see you tomorrow with more silver on the table later on.